So I didn't know that I would have a part three, but I was, sitting here in my car praying to the Lord, if there is a part three, give it to me. And then all of a sudden, it didn't take long after that, and God reminded me of delays, and how you can delay the promise that God has for you. Um, you can simply cause your own delay. Like if God is wanting you to go and you're saying no, it seems like it's happening to you can't allow, and sometimes doubt. Sometimes Satan can send doubt uh, to delay you. Because what happens when you have doubt? When you have doubt, you can kind of question whether or not you should step in to the promise or to the calling that God has for you. And so you can have doubt. Satan can whisper things in your ear, and other things like it's going too quickly, or can just whisper things that give you doubt. And so those things can also be the reason why there is a delay. There can literally be a sin issue, a sin problem that can delay the promise as well. Not always, because I will say that God oftentimes he does use the broken. That's something that we need to remember. So yes, sin can delay the promise, but also remember that God uses the broken. God can still use somebody even though they have a sin problem, but oftentimes that would be left up to God. If he is wanting you to remove a sin issue that you have in your life, oftentimes he's going to wait until you pass the test, before he has you step into that promise. However, going back to just remembering how God uses the broken. And so sometimes, even in your midst of your brokenness, even in the midst of you just dealing with sin, he can still say, you know what, you're mature enough in many other areas. You're mature enough in your wisdom. You're mature enough in all of these other areas. And he might choose to still use you. But it's all about that discernment. You also need to discern. If you are discerning that there is something that is holding you back from stepping into that promise, you have to discern what that thing is that is holding you back. Is it your sin? Is it Satan? Is it doubt? Is it, yourself? Because as I mentioned at the beginning, it can literally be yourself. Are you telling God, no, I'm not ready for this, instead of giving God your yes? So just those are the things that can delay the promise, whatever that promise may be. And so you just have to have the wisdom and the discernment to know what it is, so you can break through whatever that delay is. You can break through it, right? You can start praying, Lord, if it's myself, yada yada yada, and God might call you to fast to break through, right? He might, whatever it may be, he might have you read scripture to break through, or whatever it may be, that you just but that's something. If you're in a delay, that's something that I encourage you to do, is pray about it, and perhaps fast while you pray, so that you can, and then ask the Lord to check your heart, to give you discernment, so you can know what is bringing the delay, so you can pray against it.